I have some more Hoya cutting here that are rooted in its water, and I am going to transplant it into a pot. I have two different Hoyas in one cup that is germinating and rooting. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and put the one big Hoya into its own little pot because I do not want to mix up the Hoyas. And basically I'm going to try to so as you can see, it rooted beautifully, and there are two different type of Hoyas in the cup, so I'm going to make sure to separate the Hoyas before I planted them. So this one is a bigger type of Hoyas, and as you can see, it rooted towards the top. So what I'm gonna do is this type of Hoya, it has like speck on it, and it's actually healthy. It's normal to have speck like that on the Hoya. So we just want to make sure that it's okay, that everything is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the two Hoyas that I have rooted back into the cup, and I'm gonna get another pot for it later because the other two Hoyas, their leaves are different, so it's a different type of Hoyas. This particular Hoya is bigger, so I'm gonna put it into its own pot, and hopefully it continue to germinate and roots, and by next year it should give me flowers. The Hoyas are very fragrant, and it have beautiful creamy like scent to the flowers. So it smells, some smells like vanilla ice creams, caramel. It smells just wonderful. It smells just like a ice cream bar, but it's actually a plant. And that's what makes Hoyas so interesting and beautiful. And their flowers are clusters, so they're like orchids. However, they're different from orchids is because they're actually their flowers form differently, but the way to plant them, they're just like orchid, and they grow beautifully, and the flowers are amazing. So this is the reason why we use one part of soil, one part of perlite, one part of orchid bark. That's the reason. That's the reason why, because Hoya nearly it's similar to it is similar to orchid in the way that it grows. It needs a lot of drainage. The orchid bark actually helps it to retain water and moistures in the pot. So that's the reason why when you mix the orchids, when you mix the soil for the Hoya, you need one part of orchid bark, one part of perlite, and one part of soil. So that would help keep some moistures and let it let the plants well drainage, so that way you don't have any root rot. So now for these two Hoyas, they are rooted beautifully. As you can see, the white roots that is growing. So what we're gonna do is the same type of Hoyas, the same leaf structures. So I'm gonna plant these two in one pot, and they are indoor plants, or they need filter lights. They do need a lot of sunlight, so you want to grow them aside the house, or you want to grow them indoor, and then don't expose them to a lot of light because that actually will kill them. And so basically I'm going to just cover up the hole and cover up these little roots that they have, and then I'm going to put it inside my house next to the grow light that will stimulate more root, and hopefully by spring they will give me some flowers to enjoy. And as I say, these Hoyas, their flowers comes in pink, reddish, brownish, whitish color, and they smells like wonder. They smells wonderful. They smell like ice cream bar, but they're not an ice cream bar. I just can't describe how they smells, but I fell in love with them, and honestly I'm so thankful for the owner who gave me these cutting to start, because if you have to go buy hoyas itself, it could cost you about $10, $20 per the cutting, or sometimes you can get it cheaper, but fortunately for me, I got these hoyas cutting for absolutely nothing, and I absolutely enjoy that they actually root for me, and I'm thankful for that. Happy New Year, and hopefully this year you have more beautiful flowers to enjoy and play with.